Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's the next move? Let's find out in the chart, shall we? Is Bitcoin ready to break down from this trend line and head all the way down to the 61.8, or will it continue heading down all the way to the 88.6? We're going to talk about that and more in today's videos, and we're going to also talk about how to trade it. And if you want to trade this, right, you can do so at bybit.davincij15.com. My name is DaVinci Jeremy, and I'm here joined with Inti Campos.
Good morning, people. How are you today?
I'm sure they're all doing good. They're all in the pot. 5 by 5. Today we're going to talk about obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? We'll look at the charts and see what's going on. And also we're going to go over this this advertiser, right? Advertising authority said, you know what? I don't think pensioners should buy Bitcoin. People who want to save money for their future, they should not be buying Bitcoin with that money.
Okay.
I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Links are in the description below, so check that out. So, you know, I've got a few words to say about that, of course.
Can imagine.
Oh, wow. So, anyways, before we get on to the charts, Inti's got a few words to say.
Yes, people, as always, oh my god, it is always worth reminding you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market. I got a little stuck in there. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Let's get on to the charts and see what we can see here. Okay, a little bit slow on the buttons here. Okay. Well, before we get onto the charts, I did do a behind-the-scenes video with Chris. It was posted on the for the Twitch people, and they got to see it first. They got to see us live, doing this live and setting up the video and doing our last video live. So if you want to see that, yeah, head over to the link in the description below, and you can gain access to that video, and it's pretty cool. It was lots of fun. So yeah, check it out, see if you like it, right? And if you do like it, right, don't forget to hit a like and subscribe to that channel, because that channel is the alt DaVinci J15 channel, not my main channel, right? So definitely subscribe to that, just in case you know YouTube shuts me down, right? And if they don't shut me all down, right, because they're all interconnected anyways. That's smart. I'm sure they're smart enough to figure out, wait a second, these are all his, and then shut them all down if they wanted to. So just in case, right, remember, you could, if they do that, head over to make sure you subscribe to BitChute, right, as well, right? So there's only 250 of you people subscribe, so make sure you head over there, create an account, and subscribe. Okay, it's absolutely free, so why not? Alrighty, so with that said, what's going on with Bitcoin? What are you doing, Bitcoin? You're killing me. You're killing me. Oh man, it's killing us, right? That it's, you know what, the sad thing, right, is we're freaked out when it's at $55,000. Do you remember how long we were around $10,000? Does anybody remember that?
It was like
$10,000.
it was like more than a month, I'm sure.
I mean, it was more. What do you mean more than a month? We were at $10,000 for under 10,000 for multiple years.
Okay, under 10,000. I thought you say at 10,000 level.
Yeah, and then so I mean, we're at around the 10,000 level for months on end, right? Coming up, back and forth, and now we're complaining that we're at 55,000, right, for the last few days. And we're like, no, come on, do something, Bitcoin, do something. Only in the crypto universe does a few days, right, of non-action is like a complaint. Oh well, it's the millennials. We don't we want things now. Right, so try not to do that. Try to go at the slow and steady pace. Right, know that's difficult for when you see Chris, right, hitting the buy button with $1 million bets, right, and making so much money, right, and it's difficult to not want to do that, not to want to do the same thing. However, right, it's easy. That's the way you lose all your money, right? So, yeah, try to avoid getting wrecked, completely wrecked. If you only have a small amount of money, make sure you just buy Bitcoin and not bother with these charts and so forth, and try to trade on Bybit or fmx.davincij15.com. Okay. Well, as you know, I've been saying, right, I expected it to, do a bounce right up here and then come back and retest the trend line. We're testing the trend line right now as we speak. We bounced off of the 61.8. Mountain Man, damn you, you always make money. and yeah, he's always there hitting the 61.8, and there we go. We're bouncing off of that. Now the question is do we have some more downward pressure, or is it going to bounce from here? Well, as you can see, if we go down to the hourly, things are not looking so good. What do we see there? Yes, that's right. That's right.
It's smiling at us.
Exactly.
You want to take you want to take our money.
Mm-hmm. Not sure if this is there's a light at the end of this tunnel here. Looks like Bitcoin. If we were to short this thing right from the wick here, right there, right, and then we took a stop loss up here, but then we're actually gonna just do 1-to-1 here just to see how far this thing goes. 1-to-1. And then you move the risk ratio so that you actually get a 2-to-1. You can see this thing's going to break the bottom of this wick here, and then we could really start to tumble even further, all the way to the $50,000 mark. So yeah, this would probably be the best trade to make right now. A short trade. Right, taking a stop loss at right about here. That's a 1.77% loss, and which is at the stop loss would be at the exact number of $56,111. Entry 55,136, and stop and target price where you want to take some off the table at $53,000. Practically almost even. So yeah, that would be the best trade right now, because you can see the market structure is clearly indicated that's where we're going. We're heading in the northern direction. You can see that we're below the 13 AMA on the hourly, and also we're if we go to the 4-hour, we're also below the 13 AMA on that as well. So no ways to look at this. You could look at it. You could try to say, well, is there any kind of bullish sense here, right? And hope and pray for bullishness. But you can see even at the 15-minute time frame, you can see M's within M's within M's within M's. It's not good, not good at all. You have to accept what the market's telling you, and the market's telling you we're going down. So that's that. Could it turn around? Could it go the other way? Yes, it can. You just don't know if, Bill Gates decides to go, oh, you know what? I think I was wrong about that, and I'm going to load the boat. Right? You just don't know. You just don't know. Alrighty, let's take a look at, before we get on to Ethereum, I wanted to talk about Blockfi, right? If you have some Bitcoins, and you want to earn some interest, right? 8.6% interest on your Bitcoin. You could do so by heading over to blockfi.davincij15, but blockfi.com/davincij15. But just keep in mind, right? When you receive high interest, right? You are putting your wealth at risk. just so you know, right? And what is the risk here? Well, there is no risk if everything stays the same. If everything stays the same, what we're having right now, the Federal Reserve continues to print, nothing happens with the hyperinflation, the dollar doesn't go into hyperinflation, and everything continues hunky-dory. Yeah, but we know that's not going to happen. So you remember, there's going to be tail risk. If there's tail risk, you might lose a portion or some of your investment here, because that's what you're doing. You're risking your wealth to earn some more. And you have to accept that with any kind of risk, there's a possibility of loss. All right? Isn't that true, NT?
Yes. I have a question. That interest is paid in dollars, USDT, Bitcoin, Ethereum, in Bitcoin. Oh my God. Okay. Doesn't sound like that bad of a deal.
Yes, it is. It sounds like a great deal. So, yep. Alrighty, so let's go. Alrighty, so let's head over to Ethereum and let's take a look at what Ethereum is doing. I had to move my trend line, right? I did, because it didn't make any sense, right? The trend line was not clearly doing anything for me, so I moved it, and yeah, this trend line looks a lot better, and it looks like that is where we are. We're about to break down on the trend line, and things are not looking good either for Ethereum. But I'm a little concerned about Ethereum because it likes it want. I can feel that, you know what, it doesn't want us to continue down here, and because of that, and you know what, I'll be honest, right? I'm always nervous about shorting Ethereum, especially when it's up here. Up to when it wants to take off. Feels like it wants to take off here, especially on the daily. If we go to a daily candle, let me just bring up a daily first. Right, and let's go to, let's bring up there. Right, a little bit of a red zone. Right, we're actually looking at this on the daily. Yeah, we're getting into oversold territory, moving slowly into the oversold territory on the daily. So even if we dropped a little bit more, I think I bet you it's just gonna turn around sometime soon. I don't see it coming all the way down to the $1,400 mark. I feel that Ethereum might give us a surprise sometime soon. Might be wrong, but that's my gut reaction looking at that. And this, you know what, you're not supposed to trade with your gut. You're supposed to trade with what the scene is, what your trading pattern tells you to go. So, but if you don't want to trade, well, that's fine. And I don't feel trade like doing a short on Ethereum. But it looks like, personally, if I were to do just ignore my gut and just look at the charts, right, you can see it's pretty much emming out just like Bitcoin, right? And really, right, if we're gonna follow that thesis that, hey, you know what, ignore your gut, just go with what the chart tells you. Tells you it's going down. So this is it, right? You can see the M's everywhere. If you don't see the M's, again, that would be your entry. I'm gonna draw them out for you just quickly. Right, you can see them everywhere, right? On Ethereum, right? It's like that's the breakdown level right here. It's trying to fight it, of course, right? It's breaking down. It's trying to fight it and trying to stay afloat, but you know the pressure's there to end this thing. And so you can see we're just like Bitcoin, we're gonna break through and break the local low, break the local low. So yeah, there we go. There's a 2 to 1, and there you can see that it takes you right to almost breaking the local low. So it'll probably continue a little bit further and then, you know, drop down. Probably. Let's just see here. Let's go over to a higher time frame and take a look at the fibs. Right, you can see that the 38.2 will be a little bit of a resistance zone. We're probably going to bounce around out there, so look for it to return. So I would definitely suggest you take profits exactly at this target, because this is going to probably reverse a little bit before it actually goes even further down. I think the lowest point where we're probably going to see this thing head to is the 61.8, and that's at the $15,441 level. Should we break the 38.2, right? That's if we break there. And that, yeah, once we break that, then that's the next target. So that's it. Yeah, hopefully we'll see a turnaround in Ethereum, and not a continuation. But am I going to trade this? Probably no. I'm not going to trade this. I'm gonna sit on my hands, wait for Ethereum to head to 61.8, and then I'll start looking for hunting for a long position. Alrighty. With that said, right? I'm gonna be storing my Bitcoins and Ethereums, and also all my different altcoins on some of my favorite what's it called, hardware wallets. One of my favorites is LAPal. Here, I got LAPal right here, and yeah, you got to check out that LAPal, right? If you have some cryptocurrency, if you have altcoins, this is a good one to have to store all your altcoins in. Also, my next favorite for just only Bitcoin, right? I only use it. I use it for Ethereum as well. I use it for Ethereum to against my what's it called, MetaMask. I use it with MetaMask to access my Ethereum, and this is one of my favorites. This is the main one that I use for my Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's the Treasure Model T. My only issue with this is that my fingers, right, are a little bit fat, so it's a little bit harder to press on the numbers. So whenever I have to enter my codes, it's difficult. And so that's the only problem. But so I have a little pen with a special ability to like click on a number. So I like that. So I use that a lot. So yeah, if you want to buy those, right, just head over to treasure.davincij15.com, and the links are in the description below. So same with LAPal, LAPal.davincij15.com. Okay, on to the news. Bitcoin ad banned for misleading pensioners. Yes, because old people, right? They gotta hold on to they have to hold on to the dollars, buy bonds, right? That yield a 0% interest rate, was the central bank prints them into nothingness, right? Yeah, that's what they should do. That works. You don't want them to buy an asset that's increasing in value by 200% annualized. No, that's crazy. That's like, why would you do that? Right? I swear to God, man. You know what? If I have enough money, right? If I'm if I have enough money, I'm going to sue these people into the ground. Class action to sue these people into the ground. This Advertising Standards Authority, because you just destroyed the ability for older people, right, to get in on an asset class that is going to take over as the world monetary system. And they made some good points, right? In here, right? The watchdog drew attention to use of the phrase, "There's no point in keeping your money in the bank." Right? That's horrible, right? You're saying that's bad. There's no point in keeping your money in the bank. Oh, so you're saying, right? The bank, keeping my money in the bank is right to take a loss, right? That's what you're saying, because there's now negative interest rates, right? Because you're receiving, they're charging you more fees than any kind of interest that they pay you. So, does it make any sense to have money in the bank if you're going to lose money? I want to know, Inti, does it make sense to have money in the bank to save for your future if you're going to lose money? Like, please tell the people.
Of course not.
If that makes sense.
Of course not.
Why not? Why not? Why would you not stop? Why would you stop losing money?
Do I really have to answer that?
Because according to the Advertising Standard Agency, it's bad to tell somebody to stop losing money,
All right.
right?
All right, excellent. So let's get this straight, right? They want to do everything, of course, to keep the pensioners within their business model, right? Because that is all right. Because no person, right, is going to stay within your system. Is going to get more people into it, right? It's a business that never ends. Basically, you're taking money, you're taking people's money, right, for free without basically doing any real service.
Exactly.
That is what pension is nowadays.
Exactly. And the banks, right, when you store your money, right, they're actually, it's not your money, it's theirs. So, yeah, and they get to use it whatever they want, and they don't give you anything for it. So this is a crime against humanity, right? Then it goes on to say, and it said in the disclaimer print that the small print was insufficient to counteract an overall message. Oh my gosh. Do you know how many times I've seen like outright complete scams being advertised, and these watchdogs do jack stink all, absolutely nothing. It's ridiculous, right? And it goes insulting rates. Okay, so the full page spread contained a photograph of a coin floor customer with a personal testimony about how she had invested part of her pension into Bitcoin via the platform. Today, there's no point in keeping it in the bank. The interest rates are insulting. It reads, right. So you're saying that having a negative rate is not insulting, right? That's what the advertising agency is telling you, right? It's not insulting to actually lose money at the bank. Okay, all right. Let's continue on, right? That is why when I receive my pension, I put the third into gold, a third of it into silver, and the remainder into Bitcoin. To me, Bitcoin is digital gold, and it has allowed me to keep the steps to secure and cash I already have. Okay, so I mean it's clear that this is true, right? There is no fraud here. There is no deception here, right? Right? Maybe it's not true that the lady probably did that, where she actually put a third in gold, and third in silver, and third in Bitcoin. Maybe she didn't do that, right? But is it true that these things, these assets, will protect you against monetary debasement? Absolutely, absolutely. So there is no fraud here. There is no deception here. It's just the banking system going, yeah, you're screwing us, and that's got to stop. So, ASA, here's a bunch of money. Make sure that goes away. That's what that is, right? That's all that is, right? And they're coming, right? The banks have to be coming because, I mean, come on, man. If you have a printing press, right? If you have a printing press and somebody's about to take it away, right? Aren't you going to print as much money as you possibly can to prevent the banking, prevent whoever's trying to take it away from you from taking it away? Yes, you will. You will print as much money and give it to whoever you can to stop it, right? And that's what they're going to do. Right. And so you need to avoid that, right? You need to like, okay, you do what you do you. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna buy my Bitcoin and hold it. And yeah, there's no stopping this, right? There's no stopping this train. They're gonna cut people off like me. They're gonna cut people off who are talking about Bitcoin, but eventually it will all end with Bitcoin being the world reserve assets. And if you don't believe it, I'm just saying, I told you so right now. Alrighty. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Right, we're going to be going on to the question and answers. Inti, do you have some questions for me?
I
Cool
have a
questions for me.
lot. I have a
Awesome.
lot.
Looking forward to that, man. And if you missed that, if you haven't seen, if you want to be a part of that, make sure you head over to www.pandoraswallet.com or to davincij15.com and subscribe so that you can you can watch this happen live, right on set right here, and participate in the question and answers, and you get to see the pre-show preamble, because that's lots of fun. I mean, this guy's always laughing, right? Well, I keep pointing to the wrong place.
The faces. You see the thumbnail? The production of that is priceless.
Exactly. Very priceless. So make sure you come and join us, because hey, you know what? The sale ends at the end of this week, so make sure you get in on that sale before it ends. All right. Remember, Bitcoin's real, Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers, man.
Bye.